Hey, good morning everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss Pre-Market Report for Monday, December 18th, 2017. I'm Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Here's a look at the daily time frame of the ES. ES continues to drive higher, very clear uptrending behavior, very clear strength overall, and now price is pushing above the 2690s. And so this has been a very strong driving market overall. Every pullback has still been a buying opportunity short term. We've had very small pullbacks overall, and the recent one that held right here was enough to drive this thing to new highs. This one little pullback here Thursday helped again another bounce occur. So right now we're still remain within a very strong trending market. The trigger zone remains intact. LVNs are being left behind, and until that pattern breaks, we're really not going to see anything different. Just continue to see more strength here, and pullbacks continue to be buying opportunities. We do have the NQ here. The NQ looks very similar to the ES, driving higher on highs. 65.30 half is the high of the day. We saw a major breakout through the top of that range. And this is what I talked about before, is when you have these expanding ranges here, normally you're not just going to reject here. You can, but that's why I kept mentioning at times you can still pop up here, build out a little bit, and then still see a fade down the road. But at this moment, with the big breakout, the stop run day we had on Friday, any pullback right now primarily will still be a buying opportunity for bulls to defend the breakout point at 64.50, 64.40. So right in that zone would be an opportunity for bulls to come in and defend. So at this time, NQ remains extremely bullish overall. We do have a breakout. The first pullback could still be a buying opportunity, but failure to hold that 64.40, 64.50 point opens up the return perhaps back towards support. But until that occurs, this thing is still driving higher. Let's take a look here at crude oil. Crude continues to remain within the range. It's held in this range for a long time. For the most part, we've held below 55 over the last couple of years. And so right now, to drive strong through 55s and then hold the retest and then remain above that level for the better part of 5 weeks or so, 6 weeks is pretty solid. It's pretty solid. But with all these longs coming in and new price structure developing up here, you got to maintain 54.85. Otherwise, failure to hold that level opens up a major return back toward 49s. So right now, holding that level still suggests more trending behavior. I mentioned before, on a long-term basis, establishing acceptance above 55 opens the door to 60 to 62. That's not that far above. I mean, that's one good, strong week of strength. So right now, still holding overall, and the expectation is for further development within the range until expansion occurs, which likely occurs to the upside unless this zone right here gives out. Let's take a look at gold now. Gold here has bounced. It pulled back to the previous price structure here, so that 50% level at 62.80 is becoming or has become resistance after it took it offered. We also have the previous month's low right here, and that little zone is creating an area of resistance that bears are trying to keep offered. The problem here is Friday we had a nice little rejection here, not a major rejection day, but a rejection off that zone, and today it's starting the day with a push beyond the midpoint of Friday's range. That could suggest more new highs ahead. Again, a retest perhaps of the previous month's low. Again, after this strong drive down, this bounce into this zone still gives bears the upper hand to attempt to defend and drop this thing to the next key level below. That would be a retest of 1240, followed by a move into 1217, which is the key range target down here. So that's the 50% expansion. This would be the 100. So again, that's all dependent upon price holding below the previous month's low. That's 1265.80 basically, so 1266. If it can't hold that level, there's a high odds that we start to rally back toward 1300. So this is a major pivot, and it could continue to defend that zone over the next few days before a major move away from that level occurs. So we'll continue to keep an eye on that zone. If you go to PivotBoss.com, so if you go to PivotBoss.com here, you'll see here flash sale on the main menu. If you scroll down just a little bit below the main header, you also see holiday flash sale. If you click the link there, it'll pop up the page here. And this holiday flash sale gives you up to 40% savings on PivotBoss training through the end of the year. You can see my book here is 42% off. You can see Secrets of a PivotBoss Bootcamp, 33% off. Swing Trade Pro, 25% off. And even Masters, 30% off here for our best training. So we have a lot of great deals here for you. Please check it out, pivotboss.com/flash sale. All right, everyone, that's it for now. Let's see how this plays out heading into the rest of the session. Quick reminder, no trading room for the next couple of weeks. We'll jump back into the trading room January 2nd, 2018. Take care, everyone, and I'll talk to you soon.